Greetings, Twilight Struggle fans, and welcome to the moment we've all been waiting for, Game 5 of the ITSL Grand Finals on Action Round 0. With executive producer Anton Skott, I'm Justin Abramson, back with you one last time for ITSL Season 14, and after over 2,000 games played, there's just one left to go, and today, our game's biggest tournament will finally crown its champion. Will defending title winner Tomas Tvaroh repeat as champion, or will the game's most decorated player Ziemowit Pazderski complete his comeback from a 2-0 deficit to wrestle the title away? We are all going to find out today, and it all starts right now. So, wherever you are in the world, and whatever time it is for you, it's time to buckle up, grab a beverage, and lock in for this one. It's Tomas, it's Ziemowit, it's Game 5, it's a battle to be crowned Twilight Struggle World Champion, and it's all here on Action Round 0, Twilight Struggle's biggest stage. And now, let's bring in Anton. Anton, I don't know about you, but even when Tomas took the first two games in a single sitting, I just had the feeling that this series was going the distance, and sure enough, here we are.
Yeah, it's been such a good series. Just a legendary, I feel like. It's been such a treat to watch these games, getting to cast them. I'm just really excited about this one. I want to say, it's been so much fun doing Action Round 0 this year, following ITSL, following the other leagues. And I just want to say to everyone watching, thank you for watching. Thanks to the casters, you, Justin, and everyone else who's been casting. And I hope for next season, we're going to continue the same thing. And I just want to say, the toughest thing for us making this show is just getting the games to broadcast every week. So if you're watching this, that means you're probably a competitive Twilight Struggle player. If you are, we're interested in your games. So I'm going to have a link in the descriptions here. You can just, to our email address, you can email us if you have an exciting game coming up. I can't promise you that we're going to show it. Some weeks we get 3 games and can only show 1. But, just super fun to do this, to share with the community, and really fun that people are watching it. So don't be scared to send your videos. But for now, let's watch this game that I've been so excited to watch since the last 2 were such thrillers. Let's go.
Okay, and so here we are. We're going to be watching from Ziemowit's side like we have been for the first 4 contests. He's the USA for this one. And an interesting hand here, not a bad one. What do you make of this, Anton?
No, you have some wrangling to do here with Fidel and D-Stall and De Gaulle. And I guess the question is, are you going to be able to get that Europe scoring off or not? And what is your headline?
Yeah, so this one's tough. If you see Purge or you see a Europe attack card, you definitely would want to headline Europe and get that out of your hand. But if you don't see either of those, you should be able to get this Dom off without much problem. Yeah. Now, obviously, you're going to hold D-Stall here, and you're going to if you're going to get this Europe Dom off, you're probably going to have to put De Gaulle into the empty France. So the question is this a Europe headline or is this a CIA headline? And looks like, okay, Ziemowit going to go with CIA.
Yeah. I was going to say Fidel is an okay headline too. Scares your opponent maybe a little bit. But I guess just spacing Fidel, since you have CIA, makes sense too.
Yep. So we will see what, and obviously getting the information here. Okay, Captured Nazi Scientist is not going to scare Ziemowit, and neither will this hand. Very interesting. Okay, so not a terrible hand for Tomas, but he's showing Middle East scoring.
Yeah,
which certainly Ziemowit has to be happy to see. So, okay, my play here would normally be to go to just get out of Iran. So I think the only question is which of the 3 options, and Ziemowit's going to go to Pakistan. What do you think about that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, especially knowing that your opponent has no 4-op. He might not even coup here. He might just take the, because if he fails the coup, he knows he's in deep trouble. Tomas, that is.
So Ziemowit Tomas does have a nuclear test ban. So we did see a 4-op.
We did see a 4-op.
But Ziemowit Tomas seems vanishingly unlikely to coup Pakistan, even with it at 1 while he's holding on to Middle East scoring. That seems really unlikely. And Tomas also does not have decall. He doesn't have decall. Doesn't have Vietnam. We obviously have D-Stall. So Ziemowit, I think, would be happy to see DEFCON go down quickly here.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you do if you're Tomas? Do you just take Iraq? If you do, Ziemowit's just going to take that Dom. What do you think here?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know. He's going to spend some time thinking about it if I know Tomas right, but I might just play into to Iraq here. And then after if Ziemowit after that fills Egypt and Lebanon, maybe you coup Egypt after that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's it's hard to say. So yeah, you could also coup Lebanon to try and stop the Dom that way. Uh, but yeah, I think you have to either coup Iran here with your four op. But if you miss, and again with Ziemowit headlining CIA and getting out of Iran, anything less than a four is a miss.
And I think
If you miss, that's a disaster.
and I
Or you got to take
think
Iraq.
I was going to say Azim, I think would love to see DEFCON not go down because that allows the De Gaulle realign. So you play De
Yep.
Gaulle, you realign it, and then you can even realign Iraq after that with decent odds of at least removing that presence.
Yeah. Now, what do you think of Tomash using a three op, two Iraq, one Lebanon?
Syria rather than Lebanon. I think Lebanon just gives the easy mill ups. Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, but so Lebanon gives easy. Okay, he does take Iraq. The reason I mentioned Lebanon is because that means Ziemowit could coup Lebanon, no problem, but then he doesn't have Dom. The only way
I see.
Ziemowit could take Dom in that situation would be to go four ops, two Egypt, two Jordan.
Right. Right. See, that's why you're smarter
Syria
than
doesn't
me.
do much of anything
Yeah.
because Lebanon, Egypt still gives him Dom. So, but okay. Oh, and he's going to use defectors for a two op coup and miss. I'm a little surprised by that. Why wouldn't you try and hold defectors? I would like
Yeah.
to see Tomas try and hold defectors. Um, but okay. Um, so Ziemowit gets De Gaulle off into the empty France. He does not need to react to that missed coup. That's a big break that was just a two. If it had been a three, Ziemowit probably wouldn't have been able to do that because he would have only been able to put the two into France.
And now, if you're Tomash, how do you handle this? Have that Middle
Yeah.
East.
So
Maybe you just give up on Middle East and coup Pakistan here with your four op.
yeah, you could do that. You could also coup Lebanon to try and stop the Dom that way. Because the problem is you don't want DEFCON going low. I think this could be No, it's gonna be Pakistan. It's gonna roll a one.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, this
What
just
boy?
gives up Asia completely.
That is a disaster. That's a complete disaster. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ziemowit referring to game one when Tomash took a desperation one op coup of Pakistan and rolled a six when it had to be a six. But now, so DEFCON's at three. Tomash with no access cards. So Ziemowit going to get his mill ops here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And now DEFCON is down to two. And boy, I think Ziemowit's probably going to need these two ops of Fidel. I don't know if he's going to be able to space him. We'll see. So you got to go one France to take the Dom, obviously. You got to take Thailand and maybe Pakistan or get into India.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think here if you're
I
Tomash?
I think you have to put one in. You have to put one in Afghanistan, right? Just to threaten Pakistan. Probably one in South Korea. But then what was it? It was Truman, test ban, the scoring,
And I think Comic Con. I want to say
no Comic Con. He played that. He played that AR1.
Oh, sorry. He played that AR1. Okay.
Yeah, there's Comic Con. There. Oh, he's showing it to us.
AI War.
Test. AI War.
AI
Okay.
War. Okay.
Yeah. So I think Ziemowit's going to come out of turn one with domination all early war regions here.
Yeah, he should.
Possibly.
So this is so Ziemowit and no Europe attack cards in Tomash's hand. He's got AI War, he's got Truman, he's got NTB, and he's got Middle East scoring. He's also got to worry about Ziemowit just doing some shenanigans to stop his presence in the Middle East, like taking France, and if Tomash doesn't score here, taking France, poking Iraq, and threatening to poke again on AR5 is a big problem for him. So I think you might have to just dump the scoring here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not getting better. The only thing, no, but I still want to go into Afghanistan. You have the 4-op if that poke comes. So I would say AI war into Afghanistan and South Korea here, maybe, as Tomash. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, I guess. If Tomas really wants to stop this Dom, he could go NTB three. Okay, he could go into Saudi here. No,
Oh,
oh, gonna
oh,
jam.
wow. Okay,
So I
man.
think Ziemowit's just gonna answer that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but at least okay, so that I said that Ziemowit was going to have Dom in all three regions, and now that's not happening.
correct.
Um, and I mean,
And Ziemowit's gonna, yeah,
if sorry, uh, if Tomash plays 2 ops into France here, Ziemowit's not going to get any Dom off other than the Middle
well,
East.
if he does that, then Ziemowit's certainly gonna poke Iraq and score a huge number in the Middle East.
That's true. That's true. He gets an extra 3. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do
Yeah,
that.
so you got
So
to dump the scoring,
yeah.
and now you have to give Fidel. So yeah, this is right. And now Tomash with um, AI War and Truman. My guess is he dumps Truman right now. Maybe goes Truman into Afghanistan. That might be my play.
Yeah, I like that. Man, it's so amazing to watch these guys play because I did not see with Truman in hand. Of course, it makes sense to go for France, if nothing else, just to make Zimovic's hand less playable. He's still going to get the Dom here, but I said he was going to get an Asia Dom off as well, and that's not happening. So well played to Tomash here.
Oh, okay. Gonna take Algeria. That makes sense too. Okay, here we go, turn two, and this is a problem.
This is a problem, especially if you get purged.
Yeah, a purge here is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Um, oh boy, you want a headline duck here to pick up 3 VPs, and you're getting mill ops anyway, but that could lose Thailand to Vietnam. But if the
But it,
Vietnam's headline, then at least purge isn't the headline.
yeah. And it's like, what else are you gonna headline?
Yeah, yeah, you know, yeah, you've got nothing else to do. Okay, so Ziemowit, I am sure sad to see Vietnam, but much happier than he would be if he had seen Purge. Okay, and now with DEFCON lowered, you can just we can fight it. We can fight off this Dom a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we do that. Ziemowit's ops are pretty terrible here.
Yeah, just two up plays left.
So
Space
he's got a
blockade.
space. He's got a 1 op. He's gonna want to. He's gonna want to trigger the war, and he's got 2 ops here.
And I guess we'll see if Tomash gets any mill ops here. Otherwise, this is a hefty VP lead for Ziemowit. You don't want to see that
Yep.
quick US steamroller in the ITSL
Yeah. Being down
finals.
10 as USSR. Usually when you're down 10 as USSR early on, it's because the US scored Middle East in the headline and then got a Europe Dom off while you were spending time in Asia.
Yeah.
But usually if that happens, you're okay with it as long as you get Asia turn 2 because you're probably going to score a big domination there. But that doesn't look like what's going to happen here. Ziemowit may get Asia Dom off, but it's probably going to be for just 5. Tomash might get Dom off for 5, maybe. Ziemowit's going to get mill ops here. So, yeah, Tomash going to be behind and no D cards to be found. This, I assume, will just be Burma and probably an overprotective Thailand to take Dom back, right? You get your Vietnam bonus.
Yeah.
That would be my play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you take India now. Yep.
And Tomash takes South Korea, right?
Yep, Tomash will take South Korea. We'll take Philippines.
Or Afghanistan.
Yeah, that too. Afghanistan is probably better. Yeah, this is right.
Tomash has the opportunity to take Japan if he wants. The China card.
Yeah. We saw that earlier in this series.
Yep. With when Ziemowit was the USSR, got that control off.
Okay, a bit of a moment of truth here for Tomas. We have seen U.S. Japan. Ziemowit drew at turn 1.
Yeah.
Right? And so Tomas, just going to trigger Nasser. And Ziemowit, yeah, I think that's smart. You've got to give up your mill ops to get Libya. I think that's smart.
Especially since you still have the
Asia.
Yep.
Yeah, Asia does not come.
Oh, and another Europe. And he gets purged too. Wow. Oh man.
Okay.
What do you even do with this hand?
This is really nice. So okay, we're looking at here turn 3, Tomas with sock govs, and I think that has to be the headline. Yep. So defectors is the play. Have to assume so Tomas here will likely just coup Panama, I would have to think. Ziemowit might want to get a scoring off, or he probably want to move into Angola. And then the question will become, did Tomas redraw decall or destall?
Yeah. And if you're Ziemowit here, would you rather hold on to purge or containment?
Boy, as the U.S., I feel like there's always so many better headlines than containment in the mid-war.
Yeah.
I think I'd hold purge if I could, and this seems like a hand where we can get away with holding purge. That would be my play. Okay, just 3-up coup of Panama, no surprise. Okay, Ziemowit finally. I keep mixing this up. Sorry, folks. Tomas finally does hit a roll, and Ziemowit puts one into Angola, takes Philippines as a prophylactic measure in Asia with the scoring known in his hand.
Yeah.
And Ziemowit now holding his breath to see if we'll see decall or destall.
And I guess that Philippines play just kind of staves off any Japan ideas of taking Japan there.
Yep. Yeah, Japan would be just 2 VPs now, would not decide domination.
Now we're in one of these.
Ziemowit at this point, would be happy to give up the 2 VPs to get China with U.S. Japan still in the deck. I'm sorry, go ahead, Anton.
If there's no destall here, this might be one of those. It takes a while to do destall because you do it back and forth. But it's also a question here is if, where does Tomas play his ops? I don't remember exactly what he has in his hand now, but I don't know what the plan is here. If you don't have access, which it feels like he doesn't.
Yeah, you're going to be stuck. So this might be a Colombia play situation with the scoring known in Ziemowit's hand.
Yeah, but then Ziemowit's going to 3-up coup.
If you're not doing that, if you're not doing that, you're taking Saudi. You're trying to fill up Israel. It's the mindlessly filling up Middle East battlegrounds because you have nowhere else to go game for the USSR, and that rarely ends well. So this is either a long think on destall or it's one of those things that I sometimes do in poker where you just look at your hand again and hope after the flop and hope that it got better somehow. Hope that you forgot the cards that were in your hand and actually they were much better. Oh, boy. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and that says I'm desperate for quick VPs.
Yeah, the problem is Ziemowit has all the ops he needs to fend this off. It's not going to be hard for him to fix this.
Yeah, and containment and purge, in addition to Asia, are known in Ziemowit's hand. So Tomas needs to have a plan of his own to fight off those ops. So I assume we'll see an Indonesia flip here. I'm not recalling what cards are in Tomas's hand, but he does have Marshall.
Mm.
Okay, well he's got UN of Marshall,
Yeah.
so this should be an allows flip
Yeah.
back. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Now
Ziemowit's
here's a
not gonna.
question: why didn't he flip Afghanistan instead? If he was going to flip a two-step, it's an extra VP.
That does make sense.
Maybe he's
Afghanistan
thinking
might have
about.
get you access to Pakistan.
Yeah, I mean it's one VP now and two VPs Southeast Asia, but right now you're like, am I going to make it till Southeast Asia?
Yeah.
I guess he didn't know about Europe at that point, but
Yeah, I guess and I'd rather pick up the one VP immediately. With this VP tracker, I'd rather pick up one VP immediately than two VPs later.
okay, that's
So
another
this will
card.
flip, presumably will flip Indonesia, and that will settle the Asia question.
No, it won't because Ziemowit's just going to take Taiwan, right? Or sorry, Japan.
I mean, I'm sure Tomas will poke it, and with the scoring known in his hand,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, I guess yeah. You poke
So
that or
it's
India.
still fine.
Yeah.
You use Purge, you take Mexico and Japan. Tomas will poke it on AR5. I guess Ziemowit could take back Japan, overprotect Japan, and overprotect India
Yeah.
on AR6.
If that's
with
worth it. I don't know if that's worth it. Or if it, because then that leaves Angola the way it is right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going
So,
into
all right, so
Zaire
I-
here
yeah,
is so
so I-
important. Yeah.
So I said the fourth would go into Mexico. The fourth Zaire is better.
It still leaves you with one op, but I think, don't you want to space Suez and hold Purge in this situation? Like purging the Soviets in mid-war is so nice. There's so many two ops that they want to get rid of.
Yep.
I don't know. I think I'd rather space Suez and hold Purge and just say like, okay, we're not getting this. If I'm seeing it here, I don't know.
Okay. So Ziemowit has the option. He can give up the 4 in Asia. It's only 4. He's
Yeah.
down one battleground, but he's got Afghanistan. So it's just 4. He can take Japan here with 3 ops. But then he's got to take Mexico. He's going to want to take Zaire. With a 15 VP lead, but no real immediate path to 20, I think I might just give up the 4.
Yeah, I think I might just say like, okay, I got China card out of this. I got my Europe off for essentially free. Like, yeah, just do that.
Yeah.
Space
I
Suez,
think that's
play
good.
Comic Con for some spreading in Africa, and okay, and there's Formosan. Not good.
Okay, so a sigh of relief from Tomas.
Yeah, at
as
least
he
it
gets
won't
his
be
4
a
VPs.
quick loss.
Okay, yeah, and this makes sense. And then I think you're gonna hold Purge. You could use Purge to take Guatemala, South Africa, Cameroon, but I think you space and hold.
Yeah.
It. Yep, and he does.
Oh, in Africa.
Okay,
Okay. Wow.
Africa, and CMC I suppose is nice here. That's probably the headline over Purge, right? I don't think you want to give up a coup in Africa. No, never mind. Never mind. Maybe he's worried about missile envy.
Yeah, it could be.
I
Could
think
be.
I think I'd rather deny the coup here.
I could. Yeah. Even after a Zaire coup, you just drop Africa for -1, space Lib Theo, and then you get your mill ups with Indo-Pac. You hold Ask Not for worse hand that's coming. Like feeling good here. If that Zaire coup goes off, which I would assume would happen. Maybe he'll go a 4-op coup on Mexico, but
as long as we don't see decall, destall, or junta, obviously here in the headline, then yeah, you still got to be feeling good if you're Ziemowit. Purge known in Ziemowit's hand. Oh, Southeast Asia. Okay, well, that's probably doesn't scare Ziemowit. He knew that was coming at some point. A for P, gonna coup Zaire. Yeah, just enough. Now I think you just dump the scoring, right? It's not getting better. It's just a nice easy dump for -1. If we'd headlined CMC, we could have fought for Dom and had a good chance to get it. But then, of course, Tomas wouldn't be purged.
I think the if you didn't have a war card, if you didn't have IP war for your mill ops, you might want to draw this out and see if Tomas will go into one of the countries so you can get your mill ops out of it. But okay, he's gonna. So
he's really worried about arms race.
Hmm.
That's the. I don't understand that play.
No, that should have been the
Not saying it's a mistake,
first.
but that also, yeah. So I don't know why you don't score there. Now Tomas also could go to Saharan and Cameroon because Tomas has got it because Ziemowit's got his mill ops anyway.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you're inviting him to do. Okay, well.
No. Okay. Okay.
I do not understand that.
Is Ziemowit a little bit tilted now? I think he maybe felt that mistake he just made, and he's like, "Oh, I need to get him out." Okay, he gets him out of Chile. That's big, but Allende's still coming.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, Allende's still around. Ziemowit also now has to worry about Africa. It's just -2, but we'll see if Tomas takes Dom here.
I know Ziemowit sometimes watches these games and has comments on our commentary. I'd like to hear him maybe say a word or two about this. I feel like that was a mistake. I think he scored Africa there.
Yeah, that IP war could have waited. And now, yeah, that's...
Okay, maybe he's going to give Ask Not here. Maybe he'll play Ask Not here to get rid of Africa.
Okay. Boy,
this is uncharacteristic for me. I feel like this is a little off, but also these are the two best players in the world, so who am I to say? But man,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So he's
just
gonna
do
Kennedy.
it. Oh
okay,
boy.
Well, that was a nice Kennedy to pick up ABM, but boy,
No, but what a timing to get ABM with Brazil sitting at 1. That's like that's the jackpot right there. Yeah, right away.
Gonna waste no time.
And just barely gets in, but good enough.
Yeah, that should be enough. Well, not enough to get Brazil.
Wow. Nice play by Tomas there to keep it. Oh, they're playing fast now. Getting rid of brush war too. Huh. Yeah, it makes sense. And with Italy sitting there like that, that's another way into South America, though. It's always nice when you make your opponent play into a region whose scoring you're going to discard with Kennedy.
Yeah. Okay. Ziemowit does the what? Okay. Why not? So with Che gone, what about just a poke of one of them and one Uruguay?
Yeah, I like that. This is a nice hand, though.
Okay, so a good hand here. He gets grain. So that purge didn't hurt Tomas too badly. Tomas had quite a good hand to fight off that purge. He had some decent ops anyway. And Ziemowit kind of forced to use Kennedy there. I would have rather seen Ziemowit score Africa, and then he kind of doesn't have to worry about, okay, gunman. Ziemowit certainly happy to see that gone. That's a nice event. But with Southeast and Africa gone, what do you do here? That's a really nice event.
Yeah. The long-term play is to event it, but your opponent's going to lower DEFCON anyway, so he's going to protect Thailand if you want to flip it. So
yeah. So Ziemowit does not coup. Instead, just puts 2 into Venezuela. So Tomas could take a 1-op coup maybe of Angola. He could take a 1-op coup of Venezuela, 50-50 shot to break it, then flip it. He could also go 1 Uruguay here. And then, okay, he does break it. I was thinking he could go 1 Uruguay, then fill up Argentina. And ABM and Brush both gone.
But with DEFCON at 3 and that hand, and Ziemowit has 3-4 ops that he could play with.
Yeah. Okay. So,
or even We Will Bury You if you want to lower DEFCON.
Yep. So why did that one go Argentina instead of Chile? Okay, it doesn't really matter because now Ziemowit's just going to fill up both these, right? Okay. That makes sense too. Because Tomas doesn't have Dom here.
Yeah.
Okay, flower power. I always like to talk about a casual turn 4 flower power costing a lot of VPs. It's turn 5 now, not turn 4, and all 4 war cards are gone.
Yeah.
So this is as free as flower power gets on turn 5. Now they're all in the discard. AI War and the Korean War could come back. But I think this is a situation where it's fine to play flower power. Ziemowit misses on the space roll, so Tomas remains ahead in space. Spaces again and hits the roll. Okay, an emphatic coup in Nicaragua, and Cuba is probably lost.
Yeah. And Libtheo gone too, so...
This, I think, needs to be a 6.
Yeah. The 2 is not enough.
I would absolutely use the 3-op here. And, okay, gets him out at 1. The secondary line does nothing, but that's fine. That'll flip Central America for Ziemowit. And you just go ahead and take Cuba here, right? You don't live in fear of Ortega. You just take Cuba,
I'm good
you
with
take
it.
Chile.
Yeah.
In fact, I might just put, Okay. So Colombia doesn't do much, but yeah, I think you've got a coup here to stop the realigns, and Ziemowit could flip Nigeria, but I think he's got other things he's thinking about.
Yeah. These guys are playing so fast, I'm barely keeping up. Of course, we're playing back the video faster as well, but if we just stop here and think about how tied the board is, but I feel like Ziemowit still has such a dominating position here. And do you do a big 4-up coup here?
Do you? I would just take Chile and Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just take your battlegrounds? You're gonna coup in Africa under nuke subs?
I was gonna say Brazil.
Roll the dice in South America.
Yeah, Brazil. Yeah. No, you don't need to assume it. That would be like the high variance play if you're behind, but yeah, okay, that makes sense too.
Okay, so he's gonna jam instead of taking what's his. All right. So Junta still around. Ziemowit probably looking for Junta in the discard pile, not finding it.
Yeah.
And so that's likely Tomas's headline here.
There's no red.
Maybe it was looking for Duck in the discard pile.
Yeah. What are the 4-ops left? Marshall was UN.
Marshall's gone. It was
3,
UN to turn 3. US Japan's gone. NATO in our hand.
Yeah. This might be like U2 or Quagmire or something. Oh, yeah, Tomas has headline peak too. Sorry.
Yeah. Ziemowit does obsessively track 4-ops. But I believe we have seen all 3 red 4-ops. We've seen all 3 blue 4-ops. We've seen Purge. We've seen ABM. I don't know about NTB, but obviously that's not what Ziemowit's looking for anyway.
Yeah, we saw NTB as well on turn 4. He had Wheelbarrier, NTB, and Flower Power. Yeah. So I don't know what he's hoping to get here, but I guess the 3-ops are all like kind of good to take. Even something like Arms Race, you deny those or the VPs from your opponent, and you don't really have a better headline anyway. So,
yep, I think Ziemowit also is hoping. He's excited about the second half of Missile Envy. He really wants to make sure that follow-up play is only 2 ops. Okay, South America headline says, and boy, what if instead of jamming Brazil like that, he'd gone 2 Brazil and 1 Chile.
Yeah,
that would have gotten him Dom.
Yeah.
So, obviously the counter argument to that, of course, is then Junta just fixes Brazil easily.
Yeah.
And
Tomas would never actually headline that then, but yeah.
Yes, of course. So now a 2-op coup, presumably. It's going to go for a big goal in Mexico. I'm not sure I understand that. They needed a 6, and even then.
And this is basically just telling Ziemowit, I have that scoring. Play your 4-op if you want a Dom. right?
Yeah. And Ziemowit says, okay, if you want to score now, I get realigns.
Yeah. And it's almost like once this scoring is done, the big thing here is Sadat, if it comes before Middle East or not. And then Ziemowit
Yep.
should overprotect France, take Taiwan to get the Dom in Asia that's coming up. Everything else is going to be scored pretty
Yep.
soon. Um, it's funny, Zima's just one quagmire away from Tomas flipping France, right? We know that he's going to be stuck for
Yep.
at least 4 or 5 action rounds.
Quagmire has not gone well for him this AR.
But also, whenever Zima gets stuck in a trap for more than 2 or 3 ARs, he wins the game anyway. So at least in this grand final series.
So Ziemowit having a good long gander at the discard pile. He doesn't have salt in his hand. Maybe he's worried about Tomas having salt. Maybe he's just doing some card tracking. But all the 4-ops are gone.
Oh yeah.
And Ziemowit jams again. Okay, so Ziemowit is convinced that Tomas's hand is terrible.
Yeah, and that he doesn't have a 3-up.
Because yeah, you could just take Cuba for Dom. Like you could just take Cuba, but Ziemowit is going to jam instead. So he must know that Tomas has limited options here to fight this off.
But U2 is around.
No, I think U2 was dumped to Omit.
Oh, right.
That wasn't Che and U2 dumped to Omit?
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So Ziemowit keeping track of 4-ops and 3-ops this time.
Yeah.
Maybe there's just like Usuri, I know. NORAD maybe? Quagmire we haven't seen. He could play Quagmire into Panama. Or Salt, yeah.
Okay. So I think Ziemowit probably happy to see that gone. Okay. Nope. We're just going to do this.
Goodness.
Instantly. So throwing away Formosan.
Yeah, I don't like that. But I guess he's going to play Cultural and hold Decall and Allende.
Yeah. Shuttle also is an excellent event here.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Usuri and Quag. So Usuri handing back China here, I think would be with Cultural around and probably in Ziemowit's hand. We obviously know it's in his hand. Okay. So he doesn't have. I would have been, if I were Tomas in that spot, I would have been happy to play Usuri and hand back China.
Yeah.
So he clearly doesn't have that. I would have been happy to play Quagmire for ops and take Panama. So he clearly doesn't have that. And now the question becomes, do you try and take control here in Central? You can't obviously do it on this play. You don't have a 4-op. You've got to use Cultural.
Man, it's tough to event Shuttle here as well with limited ops like this.
Yeah.
If you're fighting for this Dom and you already spent 2 4-ops trying to get the Dom.
Yeah.
I mean the Dom you're getting, I guess, but if you're going to go for control.
Okay, putting a third in Angola or preparing to give up Portuguese.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
Unrest is coming too.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, finally putting one in France.
Overprotect France, kids. That's an important country. De Gaulle is gone, but Suez and Sotgov's coming back, as is, of course, Quagmire, which we have not seen yet. Ziemowit needs his Mill-Ops as well, so that Portuguese is probably his coup card. And then, yeah, I guess he's going to hold Decall and Allende rather than spacing. Okay. Yeah, Uruguay needed to be taken. And I don't think we can fight that. Now, 5-year plan. 5-year plan is gone.
Is it?
Is that gone? Have we seen it?
We saw it early war turn 1 or turn.
Oh,
No.
and there's Sadat.
Oh man, everything kind of coming Ziemowit's way here.
Okay,
These things coming on turn 6.
Portuguese. Oh, and Camp David. Yeah, that's a nice event too. Realign of Brazil. Yep. Oh, interesting. Doesn't take the +3 in Brazil. He instead tries a desperation roll on Mexico. And he did it quickly too. I'm very surprised you wouldn't take. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay, so Ziemowit gets Middle East. Ziemowit gets Junta, the last remaining power card. Redraws Purge. Redraws Brush. And perhaps most importantly of all, picks up Quagmire for himself so it can be safely spaced. And Tomas stuck with Central in his hand while Ziemowit is about to headline Junta.
Yeah, but did he have 5-year plan as the thing here, right?
Yeah. Did we see 5-year plan turn 3? That is, I'm wondering, did we see it turn 3?
Yeah, I'm struggling to remember now, but
turn
there it is. There it is.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
he shows it.
Thank you, Ziemowit. Ziemowit heard us.
And Ziemowit did acknowledge there in the chat, ridiculously unfair, he said.
Yeah. This is now even with Flower Power, thrilled to see that brush redraw.
Yeah.
So how I learned now, are you gonna raise DEFCON and take a big coup on Panama?
Mexico.
Yes, you are. Oh, Mexico needs 5, doesn't get it.
Oof. Yeah.
Oh boy, that makes the Warsaw being punted for ops there makes EEU such a tempting card to hang on to. But I guess with you got to space Quagmires, even though it's not going to self trap after how this series has gone.
No. And
so then you can't hold it.
Yeah.
You have to do this. So DEFCON now. Oh,
DEFCON.
Sorry, I thought DEFCON was going to go up to just 3.
Yeah,
but it's all the way up to 5. So I missed that. My fault, folks.
But Ziemowit doesn't mind if there's another coup or two. Like, this is perfectly fine. Oh, the shuttle coup. Okay.
Okay. So it's a big roll there for. It needs a 5. And just rolls a 1.
Wow. All right. Let's keep playing.
I don't love that from Ziemowit. He needed a 5 there.
Yeah.
I think I would have much rather just taken a coup in Africa and said, you know what, you want to get off Central for even? That's fine.
Yeah, as a coup there, you that's a 5 VP swing.
Yeah.
Much easier. But you get this Middle East
we're
off.
We're not in any danger.
Yeah.
VP wise. I don't know why Ziemowit felt the need to go for Mexico. Now, yeah, the rest of this hand was obviously you're not going to coup with Decall, Allende, Quagmire, or C5. Obviously with a scoring in hand. Okay, so Ziemowit spaces again misses.
And really,
I would have just taken a Zaire coup, but okay.
Yeah. Ziemowit seeing the dollar signs again. He still got Brush War. Or Brush War of Algeria seems pretty likely here. Or maybe you hold Brush War. I don't know.
You can't hold it.
Oh, now you're holding Quagmire. All right, yeah.
Because you got to hold Quag, yeah.
Oh.
There's China going to jam something? No.
Okay. Fighting Europe. Makes sense. Are we going to see a Europe Brush War? No.
Oh, yeah. Brush War of Greece. I Brush War of Greece in a team game one time. That was wild. I think against you guys, in fact. I think we Brush War Greece against you guys when we desperately wanted a War Games tie.
I've tried to forget every single team game I've played for Team Sweden. So
yes, this year has been a miserable year for Team USA as well. It's our first time not making the knockout round.
Yeah, but that's not what this cast is about. How does Tomas get back into this game? I don't know, honestly.
So Tomas is controlled in South America now. Ziemowit ahead battlegrounds in Europe. So we're going to see Hassan realigns here. I
Yeah.
think we're going to see Hassan realigns.
Yeah.
And
Ziemowit
they
gets
work much
it.
better than they did for Hassan.
I guess if you're Tomas, you're like, okay, I can get a coup on Angola, take South Africa, get that control off, and win on war games before Ziemowit gets any VPs. That's like my path to victory here. What do you think?
Yeah. And after he sees this brush,
Yeah.
okay, so it goes Tunisia to try and get Ziemowit going to play it for ops. He goes Tunisia to maybe Muslims flips over the Middle East. Okay, here we go. Turn 8 containment comes back, and this
this is a containment hand.
Okay, well, I said earlier that after the early war containment not that useful, but this is a fantastic containment hand.
Yeah.
If we'd held EEU, Chernobyl would be interesting as well, but we are ahead enough on this board that we should be, just trying to win it honestly and not worrying about Europe.
And if you think about the board the way I did with a possible Africa control being the only path, that could have also been a path if you win that war. But then the jam from Ziemowit makes more sense than playing the war, because this means you at least keep one country no matter what.
Yeah, bit of a conservative play there. Maybe he's watched one too many of JR's streams as well. Okay. Big 4-op coup in Brazil hits the roll big time, and now Venezuela's in an awkward spot.
Yeah, but now Ziemowit has 3 battlegrounds in Africa if he wants.
Yeah.
Which he does.
I think Ziemowit happy to take this trade. He's just looking to. I think, the flip of Africa and the flip of South America. That's fine for Ziemowit. This cuts off. This means there's no viable war games path for Tomas.
Exactly.
OPEC could become 3, and I guess space could theoretically be 4 if you squint at it and he gets 2. He hits back-to-back rolls.
Yeah.
But he now doesn't. But now Tomas does not have a positive region on the board unless you count Central, which. Okay, needs to hit these rolls.
And he does, but gives a mill-op as well. Or a VP.
The other thing I don't understand. I would go back to. Okay, well, that was a disaster.
Yikes.
I want to go back to that roll on Brazil. Tomas hits the realigns on Brazil, gets Brazil to 3-4. Could have realigned it again at +3 to finish it off. Instead, went for a desperation roll on Mexico at -1 and missed.
Yeah.
Things could have looked different on this board. Things could have looked different on this board if Tomas just locks up Brazil there.
Yeah, and Ziemowit just plays this like an honest game, just kind of slow plays it.
Okay, Che is hardly devastating here.
I wonder if one of those should have gone Nicaragua instead.
Yeah.
Just like give yourself a chance there. Yeah.
On Cuba.
Yeah. No, he doesn't have the realigns there anymore. Wow.
Yep. Big roll to take Dom and stop the realigns. But if Tomas had the scoring, I would have. If Tomas had the scoring, he could have dumped it, I think, for just 2. Okay, Pershing, not going to do much.
Takes away Dom.
Reformer's going to... Yeah, I think you have to fix that. You have to fix it. And I think you have to get a... You have to get a 4th into Italy. Also, Ziemowit didn't have Dom in Europe.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
So you got to take back West Germany, and you've got to put a 4th in Italy. I'm not sure you need to take back UK. Special's gone, and it looks like we're not really fighting Europe.
Giving up liberation.
Ziemowit's going to give up libs. We just saw Ziemowit dump Quagmire to LADC.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to worry about holding ops for that. Okay, so he's going to take back West Germany with that.
I guess he's thinking he can just realign that back. And he doesn't want to give the VP from Willie. He maybe senses this War Games before final scoring being Tomas's only chance.
Yeah.
You know, you look at stuff like...
Ooh, 5-year plan to space. That can only mean bad things
Yeah.
for what's in Tomas's hand.
And Ziemowit has liftoff.
Now, do we know about voice? Does Tomas have voice in his hand?
Oh, he does. We haven't seen voice, and it's turn 8.
So you could have 5-year planned voice, and it probably doesn't cost you too much on this board. But Ziemowit maybe...
But it's also nice if you...
Maybe he's got something worse.
Yeah, if you only have the 5-year plan to space, then you want to get to that discard and a chance at the 4 VPs from the last... a second to last spot.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
that is true. I wasn't thinking about that. He really needs those 4 VPs.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily mean that he's hanging on a green. Man, Ziemowit with a guilt-free 4-ROP could just take Cuba, but Gunman is gone, so we will bury you, and Ortega obviously still around, but Purge is gone too, so Ortega will always be spaceable. But I guess Ziemowit figures I don't need to take that chance.
No, I think you want to... Don't you want to take Israel here? Just to make sure that... otherwise Tomas gets an instant domination with hostage crisis.
Yeah, I Middle East is scored, but yeah, I like taking Israel. I like, and I want to see a 4th in Italy. That's fine. UK doesn't seem that important to me.
You can start thinking about a Dom, maybe.
Okay, so Canada gives him 5 countries, but you still need to take Benelux to get Dom.
Well, I saw him hovering over Poland there for a second too. I think maybe he's thinking about a Poland jam.
Okay, there goes Reformer. Wow, a little surprised that Tomas held it that
took
long.
so long, yeah. What was his headline?
But yeah,
this turn, I don't even remember.
I'm not remembering. Okay, here we go. War Games for Ziemowit.
Yeah.
Duck is not safe though, obviously.
Yeah.
Bear Trap makes sense. Okay, maybe Ziemowit thinking about
Duck.
Okay, Ziemowit probably thinking about an AR1 Duck here.
Yeah. AR1 Duck, Iron Lady, and then the War Games win.
Or Europe. Europe is
another VP, yeah.
Is a VP, and Tomas
actually
have space VPs available.
Could Ziemowit just take... Okay, no.
Well, that's that.
Right. Not yet.
Okay, with War Games gone, I think I'd be fine just cooing rather than triggering Duck.
Yeah.
Ziemowit also will be able to harmlessly space the hostage crisis, which would have been a huge card for Tomas to get. Ziemowit's turn 2 hand was pretty terrible, but he did not get purged. And critically, Decall and D-Stall were in his hand and not Tomas's. Other than that, yeah, Ziemowit just hasn't had a lot of problems. I'd be fine with a Zaire coup. It's not sexy, but I think it's just fine. And you take a 4th battleground in Africa. That would be my play.
Yeah. With NORAD, probably.
Yeah.
And then you start prepping for South African arrest. I guess you could do that too.
I mean, I feel like a coup of Zaire is at least 2 VPs in final.
Yeah.
Unless you roll a 1.
Yeah.
Right? It's at least 2 VPs in final. It's at least 4 if Africa comes.
Yeah.
And maybe a lot more.
And maybe a lot more if you manage to get a Dom here. But I think he's thinking with South African unrest, he's not going to be able to get that dom anyway. He's just gonna have to fend it off, kind of.
Yeah, it's also mill-ops, which is important.
Yeah, I guess now you have to spend another card and another play
now
getting
you have
mill-ops.
to spend a 3-op to get your mill-ops. You could obviously spend South African, but you don't want to let Angola go to 3-2.
Rough rolls for Tomas again. Yeah, maybe Ziemowit's also thinking he wants to spend the mill-ops in on Guatemala instead, and then have the double realigns in Central. Looking ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's still going to have to prep for South African unrest with at least 3 ops, I think, to overprotect stuff.
And Muslims is around. I like the AWACS event here.
Yeah.
I think AWACS is a strong event. I would like to event that. Hostage crisis obviously must go to space. South African has to either be prepped or be spent fixing itself.
But I think both players are looking at this board and knowing where this is headed right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say like some unconventional and head scratching plays by both players, maybe even a couple more by Ziemowit, but I think he's kind of like feeling the wind in his sails, and he's saying like, not saying, but feeling that, you know, I'm probably going to win here. I'm going to take it easy. I'm not going to do anything crazy. And I don't think that Tomas has the hand, or has had the hand at the past couple of turns to be able to punish Ziemowit for it. It's just a tiny, tiny, tiny mistakes. I'm not saying Ziemowit is blundering or anything. It's just like these little things that could come back and bite you, but he's doing just fine here.
He thinks he's probably got this one. He can mark time, just burn clock here, and get to the end. Get to final where he knows he's got an advantage. That's why I would have liked to see a Zaire coup more than those 3 VPs, but I get it. Getting 3 VPs on the board instead of maybe VPs later has its appeal. So what does Tomas have to do? He's got a coup Colombia, got to get a big number there. He's got to realign Venezuela, even up South America. He needs to get a coup in Angola turn 10, get and score Africa Dom. And then he needs to make sure Ziemowit doesn't take Europe Dom and score that in final.
Yeah, and then something crazy like we saw IP War on turn 7, right? Like something like somehow flipping one more region.
Iran Iraq War is a 6 only. You're gonna it's gonna be tough for Tomas to get Israel here.
Muslim Rev, maybe.
I would be playing AWACS for the event.
Yeah.
If I were Ziemowit here.
Yeah. But he's also taking his time here trying to figure this out. Oh.
Gonna play Salt for ops. Ziemowit cooing back immediately, and okay.
Well, at least Ziemowit got a useful coup.
Ziemowit needed his mill ops anyway. Yeah. Okay, so Tomas must hit this roll, and this is the first thing of many.
Oh my goodness. Okay, he gets.
Okay, he does get
empties him out at least.
Enough. And what are you do? Are you? Yeah, it's that. Yeah, I think that's fine. I like that play.
I might have taken my chance at a Panama roll there instead, but
yeah.
Oh, and Muslim for influence.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, right, because AWACS was evented. Okay, this is going so fast. I'm kind of missing some of the plays here, but yeah. Okay, so AWACS was evented. That's why Muslims.
Yeah. So Ziemowit could have just taken back Libya and Egypt if Muslims were evented, but okay. Tomas had the scoring. He does get out of it. So this has to be 1 Angola, 1 South Africa. Yep. Okay, so Venezuela flip is big. That's the first step for Tomas. Tomas absolutely must get a coup on Angola next turn and score his Dom. That would narrow the VP track to 3. Okay, this will jam something, but Ziemowit's got 3 to answer. Yeah. That's why he held on to his 3.
Yeah. And that's not bad enough for
This
Tomas
should
to
be
get
good enough.
back. Yeah.
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 This is a teardown headline, right?
I was going to say Cal, but
Or I guess you can headline, yeah, Cal, because if you're going to tear down, you probably want to play tear down during an AR and coup Greece.
yeah.
Um,
Yep.
you might see that. Like that's not a bad play at all.
Yeah.
But just one of the if you're going to play tear down in the headline, you will want to coup Poland or East Germany.
Yeah.
Um, but I think Cal is probably fine here.
You even get to hold on to Romanian abdication if you play China here, which I think probably will.
Yeah. So Ortega is now, well, it's not exactly free, but close to it.
Yeah, I think you play Ortega and then realign Cuba.
Go into
Take it.
yeah. OPEC has to be UN presumably.
Yeah. No, there's no problems left here. The coup on Angola isn't going to happen. Tomas is not going to get another domination here unless he takes Cuba and then gets lucky with Ziemowit missing his realigns.
Yeah.
Maybe Glasnost is the headline. That could be interesting.
Yeah, Glasnost is pretty good here. But so I guess you could use Glasnost. Oh boy, you could use Glasnost to flip over Algeria.
Well, it also gives you a coup on Angola. Yeah, there you go. So you get to play it, and then you get to coup Angola after on AR1.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is going to take the coup.
Okay.
Hits.
All right. Okay.
Sure wish we had. I sure wish Ziemowit had Zaire here. I wonder who mentioned that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we've got to take back Pakistan. Have to have that country.
Yeah. But even so, like
Africa, if you've got it.
Yeah, even so, you look at, Ziemowit has the China card. Tomas just hoping that Ziemowit only has one obs left, which he almost only has one obs left. He has the 3-up tear down, which maybe, I don't know if you play it. Okay, arms race. It's getting a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ziemowit has to have Africa.
Tomas, you mean, yeah.
Sorry. Tomas has to have Africa. But even then, teardown should give Ziemowit Dom in Europe. And Ziemowit's going to wind up with Dom in the Middle East as well. I think, yeah, this is fine. Oh, that's GG. That's your ball game.
Yeah.
Folks.
Yep.
So, congratulations to Ziemowit. Coming back.
Oh, he did have Africa. Oh, no.
VP track even now.
Yeah.
But Ziemowit is going to have
a control here.
Just going to have too much here in final.
Yeah. Oh boy, what a fantastic series. What a treat to watch these two guys play. I feel like Ziemowit was ahead this entire game. Tomas fighting back brilliantly the whole time. And almost making it. Just barely, like some of these rolls were just so close. Okay, Terrorism takes the best card in Ziemowit's hand, but he's still going to be perfectly fine here with just...
Yeah, Portuguese will just take Cuba.
Yeah, and then China card will just cancel whatever.
Yeah, so you have to give Romanian, but you weren't getting Dom in Europe anyway. You're fine with +1 there.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. This game wouldn't be nearly this close if Ziemowit had just cooed Zaire with Duck. And then...
yeah.
Because that not cooing Zaire is going to cost him 10 VPs, right?
Yep.
It's going to cost him 10, and he got 3 out of Duck.
Yeah. And the mill ops. And the mill ops. And the tempo, just having to play one action round less.
Yep.
Okay. And Tomas with some problems. Oh, he's still holding VOA, isn't he?
Yeah. Yep. Still hanging on to VOA after all this time. Yeah, taking African non-battlegrounds I don't think does anything.
No, but this. Yeah, I guess if you're Tomas here, you just. I was gonna say you could realign.
7 countries to 7 in Asia. So, yeah, just a double poke with China is 5 VPs. Yeah, you got to hold China for AR7. I don't know what Romanian does, and maybe it just overprotects Panama.
Right, but even a poke of Panama, what is it, like 2 VPs?
Yeah,
3 VPs.
Would need to be a realign, the miracle realign that just flips it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ziemowit with 8 in Central, 3 in Middle East. That's 11, 12 when you count Europe, and Tomas with just 4 in Africa. So Ziemowit up 8 now, plus 9 with China. So even if you assume China is in Tomas's hand after Ziemowit plays it, he's still up 7. So Tomas needs to find 7 VPs here that just can't be answered with a nice easy 4-up play.
Yeah.
And that's not a thing that can happen.
It's not a thing that can happen. But what a fantastic series this has been. And just the comeback from Ziemowit, that game 3 where he was stuck for a whole turn in Quagmire, Tomas fighting so well in all the games that he lost here as well. Just a treat to watch these guys play. Congratulations to Ziemowit. Is this his second ITSL title or third?
I believe just his second.
Just his second. So Tomas not able to get the repeat. And Ziemowit doing some quick math.
Ziemowit, yeah, he can take Europe Dom now, or he can stop Asia, or he can stop Asia Dom. Either one is good enough.
Yeah.
That is even better.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. Cancel both Doms.
Yep.
And win by 11. So congratulations to Ziemowit Pazderski, your ITSL Season 14 champion. What do you think of this series? I've said my piece already a couple of times.
Yeah. What an epic series. I'm so glad it went the distance. So glad we had all 5 games for you right here on Action Round Zero. Just a fun one to watch between 2 of the greats. And some great plays here we didn't think about. But you know what else, Anton? We saw some mistakes.
We really did,
players.
yeah.
And it was a reminder. That even the best players make mistakes. I see a lot of people say, well, once you get to this high level, it's all about luck and who gets what cards, and everybody's going to play perfectly. And we saw that's simply not the case. These players are great players, arguably the 2 greatest players in the world. And yet we saw some plays we disagreed with, some plays that didn't work out well for them. So it was interesting to see how they responded to those, how they bounced back from them. We just kind of saw a little bit of everything in this series, including very long Quagmire / Bear Trap. And, it was incredibly fun to watch. So glad we were able to bring it home to you on Action Round Zero. And I look forward to another season of ITSL starting very soon. And we hope to continue Game of the Week for that. And but what a great way to end this ITSL season with these 2 great ones battling out in a series that went the distance.
Yep. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much for casting this game, and I think you've done all the games in this series. Oh, I did one with Max, but you've done 4 of the games, and thank you so much for everything you've done this season.
Yeah, well, thank you, Anton, for producing all of this and being our video pro and getting everything on the air and keeping us online and on the air. We always appreciate that. It was your initiative that brought ARZ back from, I don't want to say the dead, but just a little bit of hibernation. And so I'm glad it's back strong in its new format. I think it works out so well that sometimes casters aren't available at the regular ARZ time, and we're able to still show it and be consistent and get people the great Twilight Struggle content they demand and deserve.
All right. Well, with those words,
So,
the struggle continues, right?
yes, indeed. So we are, that wraps up ITSL Season 14. Congratulations again to Ziemowit, our champion. He takes home his second championship. Tomas narrowly denied his quest for a repeat ITSL championship, but I'm sure he'll be back in ITSL Season 15 to defend his title. But that'll do it for now. And we thank Anton for producing these games. Thank you to Ziemowit Tomas for providing the videos. And thanks most of all to you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this game as much as we enjoyed bringing it home to you. But until next time, for Anton Skott, this is Justin Abramson reminding you that records are made to be broken and rankings rise and fall, but flags fly forever. So long, everybody.
I heard a young father, a very prominent young man in the entertainment world, addressing a tremendous gathering in California. It was during the time of the Cold War, and communism and our own way of life were very much on people's minds, and he was speaking to that subject. And suddenly, though, I heard him say, "I love my little girls more than anything," and I said to myself, "Oh no, you don't say that." But I had underestimated him. He went on, "I would rather see my little girls die now, still believing in God, than have them grow up under communism and one day die no longer believing in God." Above it all, to ignore the facts of history and the aggressive impulses of an evil empire, to simply call the arms race a giant misunderstanding, and thereby remove yourself from the struggle between right and wrong.